Sometimes when you're walking, it might be a good idea to think back upon all the special times you've had while visiting Heavenly Album Covers. Here's Gruppo Sportivo and their album cover for the album Mistakes. Gruppo Sportivo are still around and they still record and they still perform. They've always been a very active pop group, and make no mistake, this is still how they operate. Gruppo Sportivo were formed sometime back in 1976, and they quickly learned how to write amazing pop songs and perform them live on stage. This is what might be their first long-playing album, called Mistakes. And here's the group. Most of them are wearing swimming goggles. These three people in the back are not wearing goggles, but it's a very playful image, very simple. The whole cover is very simple. The lettering looks hand accomplished, and it's very unusual to see an album cover with a lot of white space, but this is perfectly balanced. And even though the photograph is kind of heavy black and gray, it really balances out and looks great. This is just a marvelous album. It has lots of hits on it, and even the songs that weren't hits are really good. And the group was basically formed by a guy named Hans Vandenberg. He's just a joker. He makes jokes on stage and runs around, and he's quite the entertainer. And the rest of the group has changed a little bit over the years, but Hans is always the lead singer and always the focal point of the stage performance of Gruppo Sportivo. And here are the exhaustive liner notes. Looks like the photography was done by Anton Corbin, who is a very famous photographer, and this was recorded in Holland. Gruppo Sportivo are a Dutch band, and let's look at the inner sleeve of this album. It's somewhat of a montage of sporting activities. Here's a group member using implement to increase his strength, and here are some people doing something, and there are various other photographs of members of the group doing things, as in a Dutch sporting society group, which are still very popular to this day. The lyrics are exhaustive and exhausting, just line after line of lyrics, and that's really good. All groups should put their lyrics in their albums. This album, Mistakes, also came with a really nice EP called More Mistakes. There it is. I'll switch hands here. There's More Mistakes, and there's the group once again. There's Hans right there in the forefront, and they're outside. It's raining, looks like, and they do 6 additional songs on this little EP, which turns the basic 12-inch record into like a record and a half, because there's just a lot of songs in this pop music package. Their early hits were basically Disco Really Made It and Beep Beep Love, and Blah Blah Magazines was a radio hit too. And these vinyl discs were on Sire, which was a new wave punk rock label back at that time. And so these were Gruppo Sportivo, Mistakes, and even more mistakes.